Whisper Gang of A players, now it's time for Mr. Ty. Don't lie. Hey, my Whisper Gang of A players, and welcome to Mr. Ty. Don't lie. I am so excited that you all are here. It's only gonna get better, okay? That's it. It's only gonna get better. And I am ready to tell you about my special guest, Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi has been in childcare for over 30 years, and she's been the director of Blue Dragon Academy, located in Garrison, South Dakota, for 15 years. So without further ado, get ready to meet Miss Heidi. Hi, Miss Heidi. How are you?
Good. Hello, Mr. Ty.
Miss Heidi, I have a question for you, right? We're just gonna go ahead and jump into it.
Okay.
What made you bring me to your center? What were you facing? What were some of the troubles that you had?
Well, we had watched many of your videos, or
Mhm.
I had, and a few of our things that we wanted to work on. It's like you go to conferences and you bring back, different ideas. But that's like one person that gets to go to a conference.
Mhm.
So with you coming in, everybody got to take advantage of it. And the follow through is
Yeah.
always the hard, like making sure that everybody stays accountable and follows through with
Mhm.
what they learn. So that was a nice thing about having you come, that you actually come back 3 times and you present a professional development day
Mhm.
for everybody to learn at once. So
Mhm.
not only do you come into the rooms and observe, but you also have a day for them afterwards where the kids aren't around and they can all learn. And then you follow through and you come back to see what the progress is. And no other speakers do that. So that was a great asset to us.
Now, I didn't say that. I didn't say no. I didn't say other speakers don't do that. Miss Heidi didn't say that. However, I co-signed it. So, Miss Heidi, Miss Heidi. Now, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy me coming in?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. That's all that matters to me. That you all enjoyed it, that your team enjoyed it, and that you all got something different, right? Because something different oftentimes produces different results. And that is what I try my hardest to be different. Because if you want different, you have to be different and start moving differently. So I thank you for that.
Yes. And like my assistant director said, this is the best money we've ever spent for a training. So thank you, Mr. Ty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So when you started putting those changes in, how did your team react to it?
Um, it was hard at first,
Mhm.
but you had kept saying it's progress, not perfection. And so we kept telling them, it's making progress, it's
Mhm.
making progress. And they would get very frustrated.
Mhm.
But I just kept saying, you're making progress.
Yeah.
Our 2-year-old room is probably the one that I've seen the biggest thing and had made big strides. And we've just seen big improvement in the room.
A lot of parents don't want their children either walking with their hands by their side or behind their back. They say, oh, they're not in jail. They don't have to do any of that. But talk to me about, how do you feel about that? Do you think that it's important? Do you think that we're doing too much? What do you feel about children walking in the hallway with their hands by their side or behind their back?
I think we're preparing them for the next steps. Um, we made some adjustments. We used to have like our 1-year-olds
Hmm.
walking down the hall, and that was major chaos. So,
Hmm.
we have made some steps where now they eat in their room.
Hmm.
So, again, you have to take a look at the full scope and see if they're ready to do that. And that's been a big adjustment. Um, I guess one comment was like, you're too structured,
Hmm.
but we are preparing them for
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
So it's like we have to start with the structure and, getting them ready. I know it's hard to think of your 2-year-old getting ready for school, but parents are ready to put them in preschool and preschool programs at the age of 3.
Yes.
So you need to start young.
Yes. And I think the biggest thing is that the key word that we use is prepare, right? They're not going to be too long. They're not going to be 3 long. They're not going to be 4 long. They're growing up. And I asked you that question because I was traveling and I had to get to South Dakota, and I looked at the lines as we were getting ready to board. And we have to stand in a line in order to board the airplane. Not only do we have to stand in line, they have ropes and things that literally section off where we can stand at. However, we think that getting children to behave accordingly in a building is doing too much. No, 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 no. One, children love structure. They crave it. The people that allow them to do what they want to do, they only love you because of that very reason. You allow them to do what they want to do. However, that person that holds them accountable, it brings something out of them that they want to show that they did. They love that person on a whole nother level. And that is what I like for teachers to do, challenge them. I think oftentimes we handicap them because they are 2, 1, 3, and say what they can't do instead of presenting it and allow them to raise up to the bar that we've set for them. So I think that that's one thing that walking in the hallway does. It prepares them for when you go into certain environments, you can't do certain things. And I think that's what we're missing when it comes down to children walking with their hands behind their back or by their side. Now, this question, I want you to be honest with me. We get ready to get a little good, all right? So we talked about the comments. You said a comment said that we were too structured. With this service, talk to me about some of the feedback and how did it make you and the team feel?
As far as like comments on
Mhm.
videos and stuff,
Mhm.
I don't really read comments on videos just because I know like I said, I read one of them and it was
Mhm.
like, well, that's our state protocol. So
Mhm.
somebody wouldn't know our state protocol. A few of our staff have read comments and um, they were very upset or
Mhm.
hurt. And, you just have to remind them that that's somebody from the outside looking in. That's not who you are. We have very caring and loving teachers, and it's a full day. They're seeing a tidbit of, 30 seconds of the day.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay. Let me teach y'all something. A reel online, if you wanted to go somewhere, it's gonna be no more than 2 minutes and some change, right? Once you hit 3 minutes, you're literally gonna get a notification from Instagram and say, "Hey, we're not gonna promote this for you." Why are you saying that, Mr. Ty? Because you all need to learn that you're only getting a clip of what happened. You don't know what happened before. You don't know what happened after. You really don't know what happened during. So the comments, let's save them for what we know, what actually happened, all right? And also know that just because it may be one way where you are, that doesn't mean that that applies to every single place or state, right? So let's make sure we're giving the comments a little grace, right? Thank you so much. And for me, when it came down to it, it was one video in particular that I had given the teacher the instruction to create a chart for the child that was misbehaving. And for me, when it came down to that, I think that it was that I need to clear that up because a lot of people, once again, saw just that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to point out is what the teacher said to me prior to. She said, "Mr. Ty, this child hits us, he kicks us, he does all of these things." Mom said, "Give him a basket, letting him know he's a good boy." That's contradicting. There's no lesson in that whatsoever. But you know what? Once again, the comments held on to what I said about that. Let me clarify this. Even if she would have told me that, let's just say mom said give him a dinosaur, I would have told her that you need to create a chart where this child can earn this dinosaur. He don't get the dinosaur for misbehaving. No, we have to. Let me use me as an example. When I was growing up and I was misbehaving, you can see I love clothes. I've always been this way. You know what my birth mother did? When I was misbehaving, she took me out of my clothes, put me on a large t-shirt that was too big for me, shoes that were busted on the side, all of these things just to get her point across. Now, to you, that or to someone else, they may say, "Oh, that's mean," but no, she did what was effective. Because if you take a football from me, I was gonna be fine. You take some food away from me, I'll be all right. But she took the clothes away from me because that's what she needed to do in order to get what she needed to get out of me. If you were saying that this is what works, then make it work. I never said he couldn't get it, but if that's what he wants, then you have to earn that. Everything isn't just given, especially when you are abusing it. And that is the one thing that I want people to get with children. Like looking at the world today, so many things. I told even my assistant this. I said, kids are just handed so much. And they don't know that things, you have to work for things. You have to do things to earn it. When we grew up, we had to do chores in order to get our allowance.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do all these things. And now parents, because they don't want them to work as hard as they did, we're just, "Oh, here you go." Not looking at what it's going to cause in the long run. Hey, my Whisper Gang of A players, listen, I've been telling you all month year long that I'm celebrating 5 years of whispering. And guess what? If you are a visionary ticket holder, your room is included. You will be staying, laughing, celebrating, dining, all of those things with yours truly. So do me a favor and head over to our website and secure your spot at my 5-year celebration. I've been whispering 5 years. And we're back with Mr. Ty Don't Lie. And make sure you don't just listen to that promo. You head over to our website and secure your spot at my Visionary Mastermind celebrating 5 years of whispering. Okay, now we're back with Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi, what would you say to an owner or a leader who is considering bringing me to their center to do the Whisper Fix My Center service?
I would say do it. Even if you think your center doesn't have or need any adjustments, there's always room for progress and perfection. There's always a new goal or a new challenge. Staff always need a refresher, and you definitely did that for our staff. They enjoyed your humor. They enjoyed, getting to learn more, and it's a different kind of learning for them to have somebody come in here and do that. Kind of call us out, but it was a great experience, and I think everybody should experience it at least once.
I wasn't mean though, right?
No,
I
you
called
were
it.
not mean.
Okay, great. I don't try to be
No.
mean. I do try to be straightforward, but I don't try to be mean.
No,
okay?
you had humor behind it,
Okay.
and that's what we appreciated.
Okay, great. Okay. Now, Miss Heidi, I have something for you. Okay?
Oh.
Because you talked about your lobby, and we wouldn't be us if we didn't first take this, and this goes with it.
Okay.
This is part of it, all right? And because I don't do manual labor, we're going to make sure that this TV goes in your lobby so that you can hang it up and have your announcements on it and everything, and you don't have to have papers sitting at the front desk, all right?
Oh, that's
So here you go.
awesome.
This is for
Thank
you.
you, Mr.
You should be
Taft.
very happy because I did that in a stripper heel, as everybody else would say.
Yes.
But I just want to let you know that I am so honored that you have me come to South Dakota and pour into your team as well as you. And I'm happy that everyone accepted it, everyone received it. It's hard for people to come in and basically tell you what you're doing wrong. But your team, along with you, accepted it, got to work, and I can see the progress. From when I came back the second time, you all were on it. And I say to you, job well done. I know you're looking at retirement soon, so I hope you invite me back when you officially decide to do so, so that I can attend the party, make sure it's all right. But I am ready to see the growth and continue to see the growth, and I hope that we continue this partnership with Blue Dragon Academy, all right?
Thank you. It's been a great experience.
And if you're looking for a place to bring your child or a place to work, be sure to visit Blue Dragon Academy in Garretson, South Dakota. I love you, and I love you for real. Now get ready for tie drops, baby. It's about to get real. Hey, my Whisper Gang of A players, get in here and set it. Listen, it's time for tie drops, okay? That means that you all have been asking some questions that I'm getting ready to answer. So let me tell you right here, right now. Now, this is tie drop. This is the unprofessional segment of my podcast. So if you if you got a problem with that, do me a favor, baby. Go ahead somewhere else, huh? All right. The first question that we have is, how do you deal with angry parents, angry and rude parents? First of all, I don't understand how you decide to be angry and rude with people that take care of your children. Help me understand that. I don't understand. So you want to drop your child off, but then you want to be rude and nasty? Who raised you? Who did that? When people taking care of your child or your food, you better put some manners on that thing. I don't get it. How you do it is, I teach this in my professional development. You say, yes, ma'am. Never forget the head nod. The head nod go with it, all right? You got to kill them with kindness. Never let anyone take over your day. You understand me? If they're being rude and nasty, kill them with kindness because at the end of the day, they need you. Next case. Is there someone in particular who inspires your fashion? I'm just a little creative. I'm just playing. So I pull inspiration from different places, okay? But you all sit down, lean in. I'm going to give you one name that actually really, really inspires my fashion. And she doesn't even know this. So honestly, this outfit that I have on is inspired by her. Y'all ready? Shawnee Henderson. I think that she is so classy, she's just so cute to me. And who don't want to be cute? Like who does that in real life? Like, yeah, everybody want to be cute. I don't know about you in your household, but as for me in my household, I always want to be cute. Anyway, so next question is, how can teachers create healthy relationships with parents? The first thing you need to realize is that you're not your friends. Okay? In order to create a healthy relationship with them, you need to create a professional relationship with them. That means that when they come in to drop little Johnny off, good morning, mom, how are you? Oh, you look nice today. All right, have a good day at work. See, when they come to your door, you want to know where she got her nails done at. How did it is, how is that, and the third. Meanwhile, you're forgetting the main subject of the conversation, which is the child. So keep the conversations quick and to the point, because that's what professionals do. Because let me tell you this, they may laugh and talk with you at that door. They may do all of that, but the moment something goes wrong with that child, have you even seen a bus? Now picture yourself under it. Next question is, what do you do with friendships that you have had for years and that no longer align with your spirit or your new journey in life? Leave them. And that may sound harsh, but this is what I want you to understand. Whenever you start growing, I always use this analogy. When you plant a flower, there are certain times in that process where you have to prune it. But when you prune it, it grows back beautiful. There are certain times in your life that you're going to have to prune out some things in your life in order for you to grow back beautifully. And that means everything and everybody won't be able to grow with you, not go, grow. Because you should be growing daily. And you have to evaluate who is in your circle, because if not, you'll stunt your growth. That was good to me. If not, you'll stunt your growth. So the question is the friendship important enough to stunt your growth, or is it just giving you some satisfaction? You can look around and say, you got a friend. I don't want a friend that can't help me grow. Got to decide. All right. Next question. And my final question is, and y'all got to come back for tie drops. The final question is, how do I balance knowing when to be strict and when to be silly with my students? Well, that question starts with, how did you start out in the beginning? See, if you started out in the beginning with them knowing what you will and will not accept, then being silly and playing with them, it wouldn't be a problem. The problem is what we do as educators is day one on school, oh, we laughing, we playing, we're doing all these things. And now they don't understand that when I say sit down, you better hurry up. They don't understand that because you've been playing with them. So what you have to do is, A, start out the way you plan to hold out. If you know you want a structured environment in your classroom, then you need to make sure that you're starting that out on day number one, because students aren't going to be able to flip with you. They aren't going to be able to change that quickly because you're upset. You're going to have to start out the way you plan to hold out so that they know what to expect from you and what you expect from them. You know I love you and I love you for real, baby. Tie drop is going to get better because next time I'm going to have me a lemon drop. Judge whoever you want to judge because I don't care about me. Bye.